Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadev. Om. 52nd sloka, Bhagavan Maharshi Swamiji says, Sthanyupanimantranena sangas smayakaranam punaranishta prasangat sthanam anupavitra mantranai sangha maya karanam puna nishta prasangat anishta prasangat puna anishta. Anishtam was there. Punaha anishtam. Repeated anishtam. Punaha anishtam prasangat. Prasangat means prasanga, a saying that says punaha anishtam. Punar anishtam. Repeated revival of the evilish activities in the self will happen when Sthanya Upanimantranai, even after the on being invited by the Upanimantranam, who can do the Nimantranam, who is eligible to do the Nimantranam? Only the celestial beings are able to do the Nimantrana. It's a big word, Nimantranam. Even though today anybody does the Nimantranam to anyone. An invitation. Invite. To receive, invite. What is called invitation? What is called Nimantranam? Nimantranam is that Sarvajanika Bhavena. That means in all respects, in all spheres of life, inviting a person from the lot of activities, taking out a person or welcoming a person from the lot of mantrane, that means lot of activities, to one activity is nimantana. From the lot of activities, he is being directed to, or he is being welcomed to, he is being guided to, rather, not welcomed actually. He is being guided to one activity, mantra, manatrayatat. So trayate, here also the trayate comes. Trayate from the mana. That means a lot of activities. This is a nimantranam. It's a very big word like that. So nimantranam, who is eligible to do the nimantranam? Who is the the one who invites, and one who should be the invitee. The invitee, that means the whom we have invited, no? That is invitee, yes. The one who is inviting is a inviter, we can say. Inviter and invitee, payer and payee, like that. So, inviter and who is inviter? Inviter is that who is firmly fixed with one activity. Shadi. In our normal way, okay. He is busy. He is inviting you only for shadi. Eating in the shadi, not shadi also. Because you will not be shadied again. So, He is inviting you to eat in the shadi. Only one purpose. Okay, let me put it that way. One purpose, Whom is he inviting? Inviting the one who is prepared to come out from his all the activities which he is engaged in. Ne, mantra ne, anatrayate. From the activities of trayam, removing him from that, guiding him to come only to one activity. So, who is eligible to do invitation actually? Only the celestial being, the God himself. Ishvara, because Ishvara is the one who is with one activity incorporated in all the activities. So to focus on to that one activity which is eligible, which is incorporated in all the activities, like what is common in all the dishes you serve for the lunch? What is common? This is salt. Let me put it that way. Dhyanam is common in everything. Brahman is common in everything. So but identifying separately is the salt. But salt is there in everything. Same way, Dhyanam is identified separately. But that Dhyanam, he is inviting you to that Dhyanam. He is inviting you to that ekantata. See the beautiful word. Ekantata, that means antata in ekam is ekantata. End in one is called ekantata. Eka antaha. Ekam antaha. In ending antata in ekam. So, he is inviting you to the ekam. The one who is inviting you to ekam is the inviter. He is the host. The host should be eligible to fulfill all requirements of the guest. That's called the host. Host should be able to fulfill all requirements. He is taking over the responsibilities. That's why he is known as guest. The host, the one who is playing the host role of the host, should be in a position to take care of all the problems. Not only that individual as a human being only to food. He should be taken care in all respects. Aditi Devo Bhava. That's the meaning of that. One should be able to take care of everything as a Devata. That means if he falls ill, he has to be taken care. If he is uncomfortable, you should make him comfortable. If he is sleepy, he has to provide with a nice sleeping arrangement. If he is hungry, you have to provide him with the good food, what he likes, not what you like. इसको भी जरा टेस्ट करिए, आप खुद बनाए आपके लिए. This is called the Aditi Devo Bhava. That what he is wanting, that what he requires. That's, I just compared it with the materialistic proposition of the Aditi. That is not Aditi actually. Here what happens? Brahman, who is inherent in everything, whose Prajnanam Brahma, that Jnanam which is inherent in all, which is spread in everything, he is the one who is inviting you. He is in you, he is in others, who is in everything. He is in that what you are eating, he is in that what you are seeing, he is in that what you are listening, he is in that what you are breathing, he is not what you are thinking. He is the one who is an inviter. To what? Nimantrane to Eka Antaha Eka, towards the Ekantam, towards only one activity, Ekanta. That eligibility is only for the celestial being. That's called the Devata. That's called Devika. That is called the celestial being where what Swamiji has probably mentioned here. Because a celestial being can do everything that is required for his invitee. Others cannot do it. It's not possible. So invitee should be able to do that. Yes. So the one whom he has invited, the one whom he has nimantrane, whom has he invited? Mantrana. Whom? The one's mana which has already been renounced, with the sangam, with the association of the sharira, tantra, the one who is only the mana which is associated with the antaratma, to that the celestial being is inviting. He is not inviting the sadhaks or sages sharira to him. When he is inviting his pure atma. Whom is he inviting? The Brahman? Brahman is inviting the mantrana is called what? The mantra. That means the one who doesn't have the mana, that means who has disassociated himself from the sangam, ragadvesham. So from whom you have come out of the ragadvesha, who is looking for the assistance, who is looking for the dependence or looking for the ashrama of the Brahman, him, that Atma is being invited. The mantrana is that the celestial being is invited. When he is desirous to be there, he finds that is now an invitation is necessary. In colloquial languages, we translate this into the materialism, and in the normal conversation of our household in a different way. इस बार वैष्णव देवी क्यों नहीं गया? The immediate excuse comes from him is what? बुलावा नहीं आया. निमंत्रण. That means, see the colloquial language, it's very true. What is it? Bulava nahi aaya. I have not been invited. How can I be intruder there? I cannot intrude. And person who is not been invited, how can he go there where it is not invited? In a function, I'm talking about the materialism. So without being invited, how can I be there? Bulava nahi aaya. Bulava is nimantran. He has not been invited. Bulava nahi aaya. So that means what? Why have you not? The second line he will never say that. So that's a little disgraceful. He has to add there. Semicolon, then you have to add. Not comma. What you have to add? Because he found me not eligible to be invited. बुलावा इसलिए तो नहीं आया. बुलावा क्यों नहीं आया? You have to complete the sentence. It's half the sentence. बुलावा नहीं आया. क्योंकि हम बुलाने लायक नहीं हैं. I am not eligible to be invited is the meaning of it. You understand that? From there itself, you can derive the meaning of it. I am not eligible. What is the eligibility then? Sangatum. From where? From the seed of bondage, liberation. From the seed of bondage, and then the liberation is attained. Then he will invite you. But you are really, decent enough to be as my guest. Anybody cannot go and pull a chair and sit and say, give me food. No. He will not allow. Nimantrana has to be there. No. For that, one has to become eligible there. That's eligibility is there. That eligibility is that the one who has attained the Swatantrata, Swasmin Tantre Atishyati Swatantra. Swasmin Tantre Atishyati. After that only he is eligible for the invitation. That's Swatantrata. I have explained, I think, quite a lot about Swatantrata earlier. What is liberation? What is Swatantrata? Swasmin Tantre Atishyati. Then he becomes eligible for Nimantrana. So what is that? Sanya, Sthanya, the one who are Sthanis, the one who are, we would say in our language also, Sthan Man, Jinka hai. Sthanya is that only. Sthan Man, jiska sthan hai, jiska man hai. Who is unconditionally accepted in this world. Everywhere there will be difference of opinion. One say he is a good man, another say he is a bad man. One say here good and there bad. There are three kinds of people. One says good, one says bad, one says good, bad. No? No, here what? Sthana Manam. The one who is absolutely eligible for the sthana, the one who is eligible for manya. Manya means to give, to have the respect and to be holding that position of the manyata. One should be eligible to accept the manyata. One should be eligible to receive the greetings, is it not? One should be eligible to receive the prayers. One should be eligible, that's what Bhagavan Shiva said. Or Trimurti said, or the Ishvara said, any yajna that is being done in the universe, any puja that is being done, any arati that is being done, I am the beneficiary. Everything goes to me. Whomever you are doing a puja to the tree, it comes to me. If it is a puja. This is called manyata. An acceptance from, in any form you pay him the respect, he accepts the respect. Since he has got a rupa, he doesn't have a rupa of his own. You like him as a tree, he presents himself as a tree. You like him as this, he presents himself as that. Very simplistic, very explicit example of that, this Prashna Upanishad. I always repeat this, I believe, because I like it. The transformation of a person looking at, initially he did the puja to Maharshi Pipalada. Then gradually he has become the jnani, then he has become this, has become that. Then he becomes Ishvara himself. The disciple sees Ishvara in him, the same person, the same asana, same position, same satsanga he is sitting. But initially he looked at them as, they looked at him as Rishi Pipalada. Rishi Pipalada is as it is an incarnation of Lord Shiva. So that incarnation of Lord Shiva is in him. That incarnated figure is in him. Even though the external body and appearance may be looking different, But he, the jwala in him, or the prakasha in him is that Bhagavan Shiva. To see that prakasha, when the jnanam in 6 stages, these people attain that jnanam, and in the same outfit, they could see the Bhagavan Shiva sitting. This is how it happens. Eligibility, that's the sight should become more powerful. Should be in a position to see that. Sthana, mana, mananiya. Manyata is always given. Sthana, the sthani who is eligible to sit there. Not he is sitting there temporarily and he is emotionally working from there and then he gets removed, or elected out. The sthani is not elected. The sthani acquired his position by jnana. Manyata is not by anything. You do respect many people who are very poor, who are not in high position, who are not in anything, but we respect some of the people. We respect. Internally we respect. He may not be externally, but inside, no, he is respectable. This comes inside you, not because he has XYZ of material benefits. There is something in him. What is that something? We cannot understand. When you look at him probably gradually and study him and take care of that, you will find there is the godliness which is there. So sthana and mana is not elected, is what I am trying to tell. It's not by election. That is by imposition of telling you that this is so and so's chair, asana or simhasana. Well, we are supposed to respect the one who is sitting in simhasana, so people are respecting. There's a methodology of respecting him. He goes and he bows down, he has to bow down. Whoever is that in material. But the one who is in the sthana, he has to understand whom is he bowing to. It's not Dasharatha. I am not talking about names here. So let me go to the Purana, is safer. They are not existing now. He is not Dasharatha, he is not Janaka, he is not XYZ. The sthani, he should understand where is the manyata being given. It is not the Dasharatha, it is not the Janaka, or it is not XYZ by name, but that position that is inherent in me today, the one Rakshakarta of the Praja is called the Raja. To that Rakshakarta, the Praja is bowing, not to Janaka, not to Rama, not to Dasharatha. That they are bowing. So we say in common language, we say that the chair has to be respected. It's there, everything is there. The chair has to be respected, whoever sits there. Is what Bhishma did the greatest mistake in his life. He also promised that I will have to do the protection of the simhasan of Hastinapuri. Huge continent. He has to protect the simhasana of the Hastinapuri is the promise that he has done. Then he should have protected the simhasana of Hastinapuri instead of acceding to the whimsical wishes and desires of the man who is sitting on that. He should have corrected it. He didn't do that. It's the greatest upper Bhishma. That's not called protection of simhasana. Protection of simhasana is that the value of the simhasana should be honored by the man who is possessing that. If I am sitting in this asana, I must respect this asana where I am permitted to sit. I should be showing the justification. I should show my eligibility. I should show my justification. I should show my karuna, daya, Dhyanam, Brahma, Acharam to sit in this asana. Anybody can sit. It is a material form made by Chandulal. Stitched a cover by Muhammad Asif. And sitting on that. If that is asana, then it's okay, no problem. That's not the asana. Even though it has to even be a man. Sthana, mana, what I am trying to tell you. Everybody has to have, every individual has to have that sthana and mana. Sthana and manyata is not expected from them, not expected from the people. Normally people say that they are forcing others to respect by one way or other. This forceful respect is not possible. Like conversion is being done by some religion. Conversion is being done by bribing them. Giving them money, giving them this, giving that, giving this facilities. No. You convert them. If they like, let them be principally by in all respects, accepted in that, the perceiving capacity according to that. No. His material requirements are being fulfilled. Many are there like that, right? Not only the poor people. Even people who are attending satsang, if it is for that kind of material benefit one is attending, what is the value of the spirituality then? What is the value of the inherent meaning of the spirituality that is present there? Do you really want that sthana and mana to be a disciple, to be a guru, to be a listener even? You have to be respectful to that, because these are words spoken by the Shruti. That regard and respect has to be inherent in each and every cell. That respect should be there. That's why we must be remembering now. I have told that when we started that when the Upanishads should be discussed and Upanishad Prasanga should be delivered only to those who are really eligible. That's what I said. Upanishad itself, it has specified it very clearly. Do not talk over here and there also. It will lose its values. And what will happen if I talk here and there, even if it loses its value? That is what is there. A word, even though it is written and it's a shastra, it's a mantra, it's a sutra, where it is not necessary, where it is not respected, when it is expressed there, you are disregarding, disrespecting that entity from where it has come, not the word that is spoken, from whom it has come, where it has come from. Ishvara himself, defying the Lord himself, where you are supposed to merge with. It is like polluting the glass of water you are going to drink. Simple. Let me pollute. What is it? Then I drink. We have to merge in the Brahman only. I am polluting the Brahman only with all sorts of negative activity and negative thoughts. Trying to do that, is it not? Where have you to do that? Then you will have to drink only. Sthana and mana is not just given by people just like that. It is not given by people. It is not given by outsiders. It is not given by anyone. Sthana and mana is that you have created yourself. The sthana and mana. When you are Manya. They have to do that respect, see, Manyata. But externally it appears that others are doing the Manyata. But actually what happens? He is eligible to be Manya. He is eligible to be a Sthani. Then only it will be given. Otherwise what happens? It will be temporary. There are people whom we all respect and regard for the purpose of, for certain purposes. That's either he is not eligible for that, or the one who is on the other side, he has not understood. Take the story of Ravana himself. Ravana went to Bhagavan Shiv, great tapasvi, great jnani, did all that jnanam, everything is there. Great tapasya is there, great strength is there, great perceiving capacity, persistence capacity. Everything is there. With all that, what he has done, only for a selfish motive of taking his Atmalinga from him. Will a Bhakta, this is what I said last time, what is a Bhakta? Who is Bhakta? Who is a real Bhakta? Is a Bhakta, any Bhakta will do it. You give me your Atmalinga, let me put it in my bedroom. That's what he has done. Where have we fallen down? That's why he could not take it. That's a different story. The story we have to understand. What is the story? A Bhakta is not eligible for that. But he has expressed his bhakti, so temporary sthana manyata has been given to Bhagavan Shiva. Only for the purpose of acquiring the Atmalinga from him, his powers and his all his shaktis, in order to take that, to steal that, let me put it in a different way. To steal that, he did a trick with Bhagavan. Even Bhagavan knew that. It's not that he doesn't know. Because a man who is, that's why I said, the man who has got the sthana and mana, who has matured enough to be sitting there, if he is sitting, if somebody has asked, Ravana has asked, he knew what is he going to do. Let me teach him a lesson. You want Atmalinga? Take the Atmalinga. But condition is there. Then goes behind Ravana the emissaries. How he will not reach there. This is what happens. So he could not take it. So what happened? Here is that bhakti. Where is the bhakti in it? Is it called a bhakti? It has been explicitly told us that even though Shastriya Vidya, Shastra Vidya, or Dhyanam, or capacity to have the strength to have all this, sustain that powers of that meditation and tapasya and all that, and with all that show of dedication also, one can attain it, but he cannot achieve the result. One of the character, I have never spoken about this. I was recently thinking about it. I just, even when there was no one sitting there, I just bowed down automatically to him. Great person. Now among all there are Devarshi, there are Brahma Rishis, there are so many people are there. They are all eligible, great people, they have got qualifications and all that. I was just, I don't know why, suddenly it came to my mind. I just want to share with you. It's not connected. Probably it's connected with Sthana and Mana. I don't know. I don't know whether it is connected. Well, he is Shukracharya. His guru is Bhagavan Shiva. There are so many disciples of him. Even he himself, an incarnation, the Maharshi Durvasa is an incarnation. He is an Amsha of Bhagavan Shiva. Durvasa, created for certain particular purpose. Durvasa. Bhagavan, so that is separate again. So here Shukracharya, tapasvi, a jnani, who is equally competent or more competent, probably more. That's why Bhagavan has put him there. He is more competent than Brahaspati. So Guru of Devatas. Shukracharya has been advised by the Guru, you take care of the Asuras. Now tell me honestly, suppose there are two good disciples sitting in front of me. Both are equally good. One is being told, you take care of the Devatas because all the kushi, everything is there. One take care of the Devatas and one take care of the Asuras, which is very difficult job, and you have to go to Padala sometimes, you have to go to Naraga sometimes. I'm just naming that, so that means you have to do all sorts of kind of activities on that, and he knows that he will be insulted, he will be rejected, because Asuri Buddhi, what Guru? When he gets something he will say Guru, otherwise what Guru you are? They are questioning him also, no? Shukracharya, what kind of Guru you are? And all that. They question. He knows he will be insulted, he will be misplaced, he will be disregarded in this one. The sadhana, mana will not have any values in presence of them. But Bhagavan said, you just take over without one word of doubt, without one suspicion, without a moment of reluctance, even a moment. He bowed down in Bhagavan's Charan and said that, Guru Ajna, you have considered to be eligible for this tough job. Greatest recognition me, hey Bhagavan. He bowed down at his feet. How great that Maharshi is, Shukracharya. One who knowingly understood, he knows because he is tapasvi himself, knowingly took the leadership and the guidance to be given to the Asuras, where not once, many times they themselves organized to fight against his own Guru, and he has to support them. Bhagavan said, you have to support to fight against me. Look at his miserable condition. That's what I was looking at, putting myself in his place, and I was seeing that how can even one think in a dream that to allow somebody to fight against my Guru? Shukracharya, with all the diligence, he did it and then bowed in the presence of him. He knows this is the Agya. But no, I'm just telling you that he is much more respectable than any other tapasvis, any other maharshis, even the Brahaspati himself. Sthana and mana. Bhakt, he is the Bhakt. He did not ask Bhagavan his Atmalinga or his Danda or any other things to support him. I am going to those Asuras, so please protect me. No, he never said anything. He is the Guru. He told everybody, he is that. Don't do that, don't do that. That was his job. He is supposed to do. But he stood there. He had to fight against. He had to support those Asuras who fought against Bhagavan Shiva. Look at him. Look at his bhakti, diligence. Which is dharmam? Now, here is the concept of wavering of dharma. Which is dharmam? He is dharmam. Here, dharmam. Is it that the Asura who is ready to fight against Bhagavan Shiva is supporting him because that is the Ajna from the Guru? Or at that point of time, because it is not dharmam to fight against Bhagavan himself, so should we leave the disciples? You go. I will not support you because I cannot allow you to fight with my Guru and come out. Which one is dharma? Have you noted the dilemma now here? You look at him. What is dharma here? Dharma is to make them fight. Make them fight. You are not fighting. Make them fight because that's what they want to destroy themselves. That's a path of their destruction. Let it happen. So long it is not to be done, To that extent, he has to support them. He supports them. Look at the confrontation of ideology and ideas in Shukracharya's every day, every moment. Once this asura is destroyed, another asura comes. Another one is destroyed, another asura comes. Yes. So I was just thinking that most respectful. Where is bhakti? His bhakti is that, his guru bhakti is that, he has told me to do it. My dharma is to do it. Swadharma, guru dharma, prakriti dharma. That's all. Whom I am supposed to support. That is his job to see whether he is asura, he will be killed, or he will be protected. He will do that. I am being asked to do that. So dharma. This is dharma. And so I said, so when I was just contemplating all this in my mind, when I am seeing it, how difficult it is for him to be surviving at all. He would have gone. I was thinking that there is no mention in any of the Puranas that any time that Shukracharya went and told that enough is enough, Bhagavan, now at least relieve me from this. Transfer de dijiye. Us jagah se, that's a punishment post. So let me take over some part of this Brihaspati. Let me enjoy some dance and music of Indra Sadas. He didn't say that, no? Never asked for anything. Never tired of it. Never thought of it. Never thought that it is a trouble for him. Why it is not a trouble for him? Why he has not thought it is not a trouble for him? Because Ajna from the Guru. He is with me always. Why should I worry what he has told? Suppose he has got an intention behind it. I am not supposed to be thinking that. Absolutely. Whereas Ravana, look, this is what I am trying to tell you. He always wanted to possess him, another wanted to worship him. One wants to possess him. You come and stand in front of, you come and stay in what is that? Lanka. Sri Lanka. Well, not Sri Lanka, Lanka. But Sri was not there at that time. They have added, even though Sri is not there, they added that Lanka. Okay. Come and stay with me in Lanka. This was, one was telling, possessing Bhagavan, another was worshipping Bhagavan. It's the greatest strength of me. Bhakti is from that simplicity. Bhakti is not from that arrogance and strength and that pomp and push, I said. That simplicity only will bring. The other day I said about the cloth. It's not that you wear a cheap cloth or you don't wear clothes, you will become a bhakt. No. Materialistically, you should not understand that. You can wear expensive cloth. Cloth should not be important than your bhakti. That's all. You wear expensive cloth, no problem. It's not that rejection of cloth. I have told about Ramakrishna Paramahansa's an incident, that's all. But that what is obstructing in between should not be a cause of obstruction of your bhakti. Bhakti, that's called simplicity, I said. Simplicity is that you are not there. Nishkama bhakti. Then only the bhakti is complete. Otherwise what happens? You are only materialistic bhakti. Okay. People are going today I was discussing with somebody who is with me for more than 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Who also goes to, he and his son also. One gentleman came here, took about more than 2 hours. He came at 10:30 to 12. Then he came only, he has gone. So he and others, son and others are there. So I was just thinking, he was talking to me so many things. He's a good man, no doubt. Very nice person. But what happens is that because of the confusion of this Bhavasagara and problems and all that, unable to sustain these things, and they are a shopping spirituality. I used to talk. Actually, this phrase is from Swami Chinmayananda. It's not mine. He has written somewhere. I think he spoke in his shopping for spirituality. This is what they are doing. So Ravana was doing that only. Shopping for spirituality from Bhagavan. No. This is what people are doing. Many people are doing. So what happens? They do not get an end. Now what? That I tried, this I tried. Shambhavi Mudra, somebody said. Shambhavi Mudra. And then another Mudra. I am back. अच्छा लगता है अभी, अच्छा लगता है आपको थोड़ी देर के बाद अरे वो भी वही now what next? Shiva Shiva, sorry for all those comments. I'm just expressing my, maybe it's a very befitting expression of mine, but only just expressing the truth in it. Don't look at those comments what I have made, but look at the truth in that. That's all. You are supposed to take that only. Take it. Okay. I'm not in flocks. निमंत्रण स्थान उपनिमंत्रण. Be eligible to be invited. Simple. This is called spiritual path. Be eligible to be invited. For that what? Simplicity, bhakti and jnana and absolute nisangatva. That's why the next sentence, sangas maya akaranam. That means the yogi should not feel. Here what happens? Here in this case what we are describing here. Here we are describing that celestial being is inviting a yogi to him. Come now. You have done everything that is required. Come. Yogi is being invited. Yogi who have done a lot of sincere efforts for that, he has become eligible. As I told you now, any tapasvi at a point of time, he becomes eligible. The moment he becomes eligible, in whichever manner it is, you become eligible, like Ravana's tapasya, or Shukracharya, or Rishi Viplada, or any matter for that. But there are so many other tapasvis. In any manner of tapasvis, that's what Devatas are saying, that since he has done the tapasya, I have to become present in front of him. I have to give the Sakshatkaram and I have to give him a blessing. This is the niyama of tapasya. Whoever it is, they know that he is not a good man. He is going to use it bad. But still, when the tapasya is diligently done, he has to be invited. He has to be given that regard. They cannot discriminate. So Ravana comes and does that. Bhagavan has to give. Many people ask him, why are you entertaining him? I am not entertaining him. Giving him a soft seat. No, not at all. He should become eligible for that soft seat, that's all. What is entertainment? Entertainment is that I make him happy. Who is an entertainer? The entertainer is the one who makes others happy. The one who does things which will be liked by them is an entertainer. It's a wrong word to use actually. That why you are entertaining him. Whatever the others are liking, so they show it in a manner, whether by acting, by singing, or by mimicrying, or by whatever it is, showing up all these things is called entertainment. That means by that act, the another person, he evokes him to be happy. He is making him happy temporarily for that. So anyway, let me put, that's the only word we can use here. Bhagavan, so many people ask Bhagavan, why are you giving him a soft seat. One who has passed the exam with 99.9% marks has to be given that opportunity. Now, whether I like him or not, he has shown his worth. He has come out in his exams. Suppose you are all, we go into some tests and all that, we get educated into that thing. So one has to be said, how do they select? There is a selection committee, selections committee sees that, how is he eligible or not looking at whether what is his character. So his eligibility has to be seen. Now, that is in the material science. I am talking about the celestial being. You can ask then, celestial being is not supposed to be acting as a selection committee in the ground level. No, not at all. Because he has to have the balance. He has to keep the balance of the earth. He has to keep the balance of the universe. Santulan. No, we have to keep it. That's for that. If he recommends and if he promotes all the bad people and bad characters, it will destroy the balance of the earth, balance of the universe. So you are not supposed to do it. The Devata is not supposed to do it. Absolutely right. That is where the discrimination comes. Here in the material one, when we say that he is not eligible, he is a miscreant, he should not be entertained, we will directly send him out. Another one whom you think it is okay, you directly select him. Whereas Bhagwan is Bhagwan. That's the difference between Bhagwan and the others. Ishvara, he knows. He has to be honored for the effort he has made. He did tapasya for 200 years, it has to be compensated. I will compensate it. That's a rule. I will compensate it. So what is the vara required? This is the blessing required. Automatically what happens? People who are not eligible to be sthanya manya, invariably they will ask for their own personal matters. Like Asuras asking for this strength, only for strength. Bhagavan is supposed to give him what he wants. Now, what is the difference here I am talking about? Talking about the difference between a man taking a decision, Ishvara taking a decision. Ishvara gives him what he wants, in which his own destruction is involved. And a bhakta, a true bhakta, Prahlada, Dhruva, and many others, with pure bhakti, simplicity, and with that, all the assistance of the Bhagavan is also given to him. So what happened in that blessing? But eligibility is there. He has done the tapasya, he has to be given. So he will be given that vara, he will be given that blessing. But in that blessing, his own destruction, there is an end to it. His own destruction is involved in it. Even when he gave the Atmalinga, he has already decided to when he has to be stopped, where he has to be stopped. Let him have the satisfaction of carrying. That much privilege has to be given to him because he has done the efforts. Karma, doing good karmas, good dana, good punya karma, punya and all that. I used to speak this long years back. So the 10-star hotel, Swarga, is eligible for him for 3 years. Offers milta hai na, 3 nights and 4 days. In the cruise in the sea, so that you don't get down in between and go away. Cruise. Whether you like it or not, you have to be there only 3 nights. 3 nights, 4 days. Because why? You have done that effort for that. Same way, but what happens? The one who is not enjoying it, it is a punishment. The one who is enjoying it, it is a blessing. So in the blessing also, an enjoyment, there is blessing. In the blessing, there is destruction involved. When you have an intention wrong against the Prakriti Niyama, in the blessing itself, there will be a destruction. But in the other case, what happens? It's a true blessing where he doesn't want anything. Prahlada did not want anything. Dhruva just wanted to have his appearance, that's all, not wanting anything. Shabani, like that. There are so many bugs. You must have heard. Even the great boys like Surdas and all that. No, there are great people actually. Very great people. They have, through the Sangeeta, through the Surdas and all that, he sings. He was blind, no? Yeah. And he used to sing for the Brahman. Bhakti. He didn't ask for money, he didn't ask for comfort, he didn't ask for his eyes, no. Vision, no. But he could see God. Ishwaratva. That means his blessing is totally different. So there, what happens? Eligibility to be invited is what I have been talking. Why I am emphasizing on that is that I am just through various examples, various incidents, various diversifications, I am trying to engrave that in your system, that the simplicity, through simplicity only, bhakti comes. In bhakti, there is no kama. It's nishkama bhakti. Bhakti is the truth. Bhakti is what? Bhakti is that bhakti and shraddha. Shraddha is that be doing things honestly is called shraddha, and doing it with shraddha is bhakti. This is how you have to analyze it. You got my point? When you do that, then only you can achieve that path of spirituality becomes smooth and blessed. Otherwise, it's a very difficult path. People say, oh, it is very difficult path. Many people say that, oh, these are very difficult. Hindu Shastra, so you have to study the Upanishad, you have to understand the Upanishad, you have to do this, or if it is in Jnana Marga, all these things. Bhakti Marga, you have to do the puja of Vishnu, puja of Shiva, puja of, sometimes Hanuman ji comes in between, and then comes Mata Kali comes in between. So many people, and that too not very pleasant figures. Somebody with a sword and somebody with a gada, somebody with it's scary. What pujas to that? Very difficult. Better leave me alone. I don't mind being born number of times as grasshopper. Anybody have understood the principles? Shastras, that Dhyanam, after studying the Shastras, that Dhyanam can come in 1 minute, 1 day. With one sutra, one can gain the Dhyanam. Now, we have talked so much about the life. We have talked about celestialism. We have talked about the sannyasa. We talked about the anaprastha. Experience is there. So this can be happen in a fraction of a second. This also can happen. Thousands of years it cannot happen also. That depends upon the perceiver's status. So what I am trying to engrave is that you must do it. This is all what one can advise. One must engrave this, that no, bring simplicity in me. How the simplicity can come? The ego of the self has to be removed. The ego, there will be ego, there has to be some ego will be there, but the egolessness, the great extent of egolessness has to be attained, then only the simplicity comes. I hold on to the ego of me and mine and my pushpamala, my this, my that, and if he keeps on doing that, he will never have the simplicity. Simplicity is that absolute surrender. Now, another paryaya of that. How can you get the simplicity? An absolute surrender at the feet of the Lord. Whomever you are praying to, as I told you, Rishi Pippalada was the Lord for his disciples. Because every entity, not an individual. It's not an institution. Guru Tattva. We said Guru Parampara. Guru Ishvara himself. Bhagavan Shiva is the Guru of Gurus. Only Guru. The reflection of the Guru you can see in many ways. There is one Guru, thousands of people keep his photograph or pictures or his statues. Everybody prays to him. Is it not? One Guru, he has incarnated himself through many others. And each one has got different way of making the disciple take. So through that, you should be in a position to see the God, because God is there. Only God can give. Only Ishvara can explain the sutras, because it has come from Shruti. Nobody is an author for that. I have told you that. Upanishads or Vedas is not written by anybody. It's all Shruti. If the Shruti has come from him, he only can explain what is that. Veda Vyasa has written Bhagavata and Mahabharata kritis like that. He only can tell what is written there. Or people who have understood him, who speaks his ideology and ideals, that what is written is only the truth. According to your convenience and interpretation, you describe Bhagavata and Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita, which is part of Bharata, of course, and noble those great granths, tattvas like Upanishads. I cannot explain according to my whims and fancies or my experience. My means my material experience. No, it has to be according to that. So then what? One Guru is in different forms and shapes, because his incarnation is in different. Like I said, I told you about Shukracharya. He is equally Bhagavan himself. Given all this Rishi Pippalada, Bhagavan himself. His son Dadiji, Bhagavan himself at one point of time. Otherwise, how can he attain this? Like that, many Maharshi Vasishta, Vishwamitra, from where he has got the status of Vairagya in him, great, the king. Blessing is necessary. Along with the teaching. These are all not teachings like school, no mugging up. No. And you are gone, finished. Vachyartham. Sanskrit, many people are there learning Sanskrit, and many people, many others are there who are doing Bhagavatam and all that. They are experts in Sanskrit, not of language. They are mastered. Some of them are professors. Some of them have qualified very well in Sanskrit colleges, and they are very definitely eligible to literally talk and discuss and argue and convince you and make you understand things like that. But the inherent meaning of that particular word, the inherent Ishwaratva that is involved in that, is the one which has to be expressed. That is the truth. That's why it is said, it is a rahasya. Brahma Shastra and Brahma Jnanam is a rahasya. It's a secret. In the sutra, it says, it is inherent. That, as I told you about sthanam, manyam, we all know it's literally, probably you know better than me. Literally meaning of that sthana, what's the manya? Yeah, the word, the literal meaning, who doesn't know? The one who has learned that language, everybody can describe it. But when I describe you, it's not me, I mean in the sense when it is described with the inherent quality of that, inherent spirituality in it, inherent necessity in it, sthana mana, then it is totally different. What is the sthana you have to get? What is the manyata you have to get? Sthana you have to get is that you are the biggest bhakta, is the sthana. Manyata is that what you have to get from the celestial being, is that manyata, that this bhakta is the one who is not going to misuse the blessings that is given by me to him, is the manyata. Sthana is he is a good bhakt. He is a great bhakt. Ravana is a great bhakt. Manyata was not there. He is a cheat. Bhagavan will always say that. Bhagavan told Mata also. He is up to something. But I will give him the sthana of the bhakt. So she, according to Puranas, the Mata always teases Bhagavan. Your bhakta is doing all that nonsense there. Huh? He says that is. Sthana is bhakta. Manyata I have not given to him. Manyata was given to Shukracharya. Manyata was given to Rishi Piplada. Manyata was given to Nandi, who is not at all anything else. Manyata is given to Nandi. That is Manyata. This is called blessing. This blessing comes from great souls, great noble men, and great noble souls from inner self. They bless you, and when they bless you, then you can see and experience the inherent meanings of sutras, and you can perceive, even to listen and perceive the inherent meanings of sutras, that you can experience the inherent meanings of sutras. Your personal experiences of whatever has been there in number of past, whatever it is, and none of those experiences are going to make you eligible for understanding, attaining spirituality, spiritualism, Brahmajnanam, Brahmatattvam, or Brahma Sakshatkara. One fraction of a second's absolute surrender, absolute nisangatata, absolute egolessness, absolute simplicity, absolute bhakti, absolute be yourself. That's called the absolute of yourself, because all these are attachments to you. When you are relieved of all these attachments, you are one with the Brahman himself, because your basic principle of your survival is Brahman only. So when you release all those attachments, what is there? What is left is Brahman. Purnameva vasishyate. And everything is left, Purnata is left. All other things are gone. This inherent capability. So that's what I said, Sthanyam Upanimantrane. Eligible to be becoming an Nimantrana. Then how? How? We will talk in the next class, I think. What? Sangasmaya Karana. This we will describe, because it will be too much, or you will not attend to whatever I have told now, if I tell this also. I don't know whether otherwise also you are attending to that or not. I presume. Shambho Mahadeva.